Hi guys, come along and help me decorate these yummy pouches for kits and things. So I've got a bunch here which I have already popped the papers on and I've stitched them together. They are made from an A4 envelope and I have basically folded it in half, covered it with some beautiful decorative papers, and then I've stitched it down the sides so that it's a complete pouch. And I've done several of them. I did them all kind of almost like assembly line style, so that I've got a few there ready to go. These are what I like to sell my kits in when I sell kits. So basically you've got then the pouch there from the original kind of envelope flap, and then you've got a large pouch in there as well. So just going to ink up a couple because I probably only get time to decorate maybe 2 or 3. So we'll just ink up the couple or 3 that we're going to decorate today, and then we'll get just decorating them. So I thought that, you know, I'd just bring you along. We have done pouches before, but yeah, not for a little while. So I thought, well, I need to do some. Let's switch the camera on and share the process with you guys. So hope everybody is having a good day. Hope you are doing well and maybe doing some nice crafting, having a nice time. Just having a look through to see. I'll do this one because this has got shades of blue. Otherwise they're probably looking a bit samey. So yeah, I'm filming this ahead, and I know I say this all the time. I mean, it could be ages before this video goes up, so I'm just going to kind of put it out there that yeah, it is still wintry out there today, but you know, this could go up in the summer, so yeah, it might be completely different weather to the weather conditions that I'm describing. But I hope that you guys are having decent weather wherever you are. There we go. Right, okay, so they're all quite different looking, but they've all got the same, you know, the same format going on. So I'll just put these down here like this. Right, okay, so this one's got shades of blue, and then we've also got the florals as well, which tie in because they've also got some shades of blue. Now, brought along some of the pieces from my vintage desk set 2, or kit 2, because I thought that they would look really quite nice on these. So just going to take a couple of pieces, I think. Now I might layer that up so we've got some blue coming out behind there. I just want to decorate it up and make it look pretty, basically. So I've got some little butterflies here. Oops, just opening the packet. Hold on. Oh, she says, struggling to get into the packet currently. Oh no, can't get the packet open. Hold on a second. Yeah, I've got these very pretty butterflies, which again I've had in my stash for ages, and I thought, well, maybe some of these might go. So we could have a little purpley one on there. Let me just move those to the side. Looks quite pretty, doesn't it? I think it's that way around. Okay, I've got some scraps of lace. These are just literally out of kind of, you know, bits that are laying around, basically. So I've just again brought along a variety of things to use. I mean, that's quite pretty along there, to be honest. Yeah, I quite like it along the top. So let's just ink this up. Just going to sort of layer these bits on here. This is my English Country Garden papers, these florals. And then this is from some little note cards in blues. Excuse the back of it. And then the top piece, like I say, is from my vintage desk set 2. So just trying to get lots of, you know, lots of pretty layers going on. Okay, pop that one down. I'm going to actually rough this one up so we've got a bit more texture. Oops. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to sell a couple of things, you know, like from around the house on Facebook. So now I'm getting pinging on my, you know, on my iPad. So I do apologise for that. Okay. Now thinking put some lace down coming out under there. So let me just put in, I have got some blue here, but it's not really the right colour blue, but we'll just try it. just because again it's just laying around on the desk, so why wouldn't I try and use that? Well, I guess we wouldn't if it's totally the wrong colour, so that would be a reason not to use it, wouldn't it? What do we think? I mean, it's kind of a weird mix, isn't it? But I don't dislike it, if I'm truthful. We could even have something like this on there as well, to be honest. Just wondering what to put this side. So I've got loads of fussy cut pieces here that I've bought along for doing this. So let's just see if we've got any bits and pieces that we can pop in and pop on along here. Okay. Just take a bit of lace. Okay. Just had a phone call from the school because my daughter bent her fingers back. Well, Friday, I'm filming this on a Tuesday, so I mean really not that long ago, but they're quite swollen. They are going down gradually, but you know, she's saying that they still hurt. So yeah, the school would just kind of phone in and saying, oh, they're still causing her problems. I don't know really what to do with her. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to take her to A&E, which I'm reluctant to do because, oh my goodness, I will just be there for hours and hours and hours. So, and you know, they're just going to say that they're sprained because she can bend them, so they're not broken as far as I'm aware. You know, I've Googled it and it seems to suggest that if you can bend them, they're not broken. You know, and I can just picture sitting there for like, 6 hours, only for them to say, oh, there's nothing we can do, you know, and then I will have wasted 6 hours sitting there. So I don't know whether we could get them, whether I might be able to buy a little sort of bandage thing for them myself. Not sure. I shall have to, have a look, but it's hard to know what to do, to be honest, because I mean, invariably, if you go to the doctors or anything, I mean, they just never really want to do anything anyway. So you kind of come away thinking, well, that was a waste of time going. But yeah, I feel like now, I've got to do something because obviously the school have now phoned. But yeah, I might just see if I can get some sort of stuff myself, to sort of, I don't know, tape them up. Not tape them, but kind of bind them and put them in some sort of thing that keeps them straight. I mean, the swelling is going down definitely, so I mean they are improving, but I mean I know that she's finding it a bit difficult to write and things like that because obviously she is right-handed and they're on her right hand. So yeah, from that point of view, they're obviously, inconveniencing her a little bit. And they are hurting, obviously, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I thought, oh, well, they're not broken. They'll just kind of heal up on their own. But yeah, they don't seem to be healing up very quickly, which is the thing, I suppose. So now I think I'm gonna have to do something, I suppose, to have them seen or something. I'll have to Google it in a minute and see if you can buy like little bandage things. I do sometimes see people, with their fingers like, in those little bandaged things. So, I mean, I guess that's probably the type of thing that I need to buy. I'm really awful when it comes to medical stuff. I have to say, my ex-husband was like much more, on the ball when it came to kind of medical type issues, like, I mean, to be honest, he took tablets for everything and, yeah, constantly taking tablets. Whereas I take tablets only when I really, really have to. I try and avoid it really wherever I can. I don't know why. But yeah, for some reason I kind of feel like, oh, you know, no, I'm fine, I'm fine. You know, it's only if I really kind of feel rubbish that I will take a tablet. I mean, if I've got a headache or anything, I generally don't bother. Unless it's really bad, you know, or perhaps I'm going out somewhere or something that it's going to really, you know, be very inconvenient going with a headache, if you see what I mean. But if it, you know, if it's just me at home, I wouldn't really take anything because I think, oh, it's just a headache, it will clear up, you know. But yeah, obviously it's a bit embarrassing if she's at school not able to bend her fingers, you know, and then the teachers had to phone me. So yeah, I should have a look at something. But yeah, like I say, I don't really know what to, and I kind of thought that they would be clearing up a little bit by now. So yeah, by the time this video goes up, I'm sure they will be fine and healed, you know. Either that or they'll have dropped off. No, I'm joking, honestly. They are well, I mean, I'm hoping they're fine. So yeah, please don't think I'm being serious when I'm saying that. You know, I'm sure that they will be fine by this time. But yeah. So I've just layered up lots of different pieces here. Tried to keep them in tones of, you know, different things that are in the background. Admittedly, there's not really any pink on this background piece, but I feel like the tones in this tie in with here and with these little flowers and things like that. So it's got a sort of general vibe of, you know, coordinating somehow on there. Now I'm just going to put this lace across the top like that. Oh, Bo's come to join us now, so she's now just doing that little groany noise that she does, you know, when I'm disturbing her. I mean, she's been asleep the whole morning, but hey, still disturbing her. And, you know, she just loves to let you know. So, yeah, if you can hear her kind of groaning, she's got no reason to be groaning. She's, you know, she's been asleep the whole time. But, yeah, she can just never get enough sleep is all I can say. She's constantly sleeping. Oh, I might do that along there. That looked pretty, didn't it? So, yeah. Just pop this on here. There we go. Yeah, I definitely would not have made a nurse. I have to be truthful. You know, I hate people being sick. I mean, that's like, oh my goodness, what a nightmare. You know, if there's ever someone being sick or anything, that's it. I'm off, you know, like just, no, you know, some people are really good, aren't they? And they deal really well with things like that. I mean, to be honest, if I see someone being sick, I mean, it makes me want to be sick, to be honest. So yeah, definitely I'm not really one to cope very well with things like that. So I would not have made a nurse. Blood, yeah, I'm not probably great with blood either. I'm okay when I'm watching, like, say, horror type films or, you know, murder mysteries. I'm okay with that kind of blood. Anything which is like an accident, no, not great with that. So yeah, I wouldn't have been good in some sort of nursing capacity. Right, I mean, that looks very pretty, doesn't it? I'm just thinking maybe, whoops, maybe a little centre for the butterfly. Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, just love all these colours together. They're very eclectic. Wouldn't have necessarily thought to put them together, but my goodness, don't they just look lovely? Yeah, love how all that looks. Very, very pretty. Okay, do we want anything else on here? Probably not. Let's just check what we're going to have on the other side. So we've obviously got quite a bit of sort of lilacs and pinks and things. So we don't have to bring that to the other side because there's not necessarily kind of lilacs and pinks on the other side, but we might do. So let's just have a look. So again, I've got another piece there from the vintage desk set 2. Now I have got some scraps here of paper, you know, that where I'd covered these. So I'll just see if I've got any that would go well. Oh, I do have this. Oh, I do have actually. Oops. Okie dokie. Yeah, I mean, that's quite pretty, isn't it? So again, I mean, we're just adding a bit of kind of layers and things like that here, just to add some interest, really. Just deciding which way round. Or maybe like that, I think. Okay, so let's just glue this one down. I mean, it's really great if you can just use up things that are laying about, isn't it? So yeah, this was obviously leftovers from, you know, from putting these pouches together. So instead of putting these bits all into the scraps bin, if I can use them, that's even better, isn't it? So yeah, right, I'm just going to rough the edges here. There we go. Let's just think that. Okay, looking good. Now let's just maybe pop that there. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look gorgeous down that edge? Absolutely love it. Now just got a label here. I've also got this one, which is kind of lilac-y. So again, this would bring in the lilac from the other side. So yeah, maybe something like that. Well, let's just put this down first. Do we want a bit of lace coming out beneath it? Oops. Yeah, right. I'm going to put it like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. Oh my goodness. I mean, if it really matters too much, but right, I'm going to put it like that. Like that. Right. Make a decision. Okay, pop that down. Like that. Okay, that looks pretty, doesn't it? So, I mean, it really is quite fun, isn't it? To just mix up things that you wouldn't generally have expected, you know, actually sometimes can make the nicest combinations. You know, I mean, I would never in a million years have put like this lace with, you know, with all of this stuff and things. But my goodness, doesn't that look gorgeous? Just like goes really, really well, doesn't it? So, you know, what you don't necessarily expect at first, wow, can look lovely, can't it? Right, I'm just going to glue this down here, and then I'm going to just check my messages, because obviously, you know, I might have someone wanting to come and collect things soon, so I don't want to miss out, you know, and not accept their coming to get things, you know. So yeah, right. I mean, that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Now I'll be playing around, but I'll try not to glue anything on until I press record again. So hold on. Right, I'm back. So I have dug out a couple of things here. So yeah, I've got some flowers here, which I thought just go brilliantly. Oh, actually, that one's, oh, that's annoying because that one's smaller, look. Well, I don't think that really matters. So yeah, I'm going to put this one down here because I've got these purple ones that I want to put in the middle. Oops. Okay. Like that. Like that. Okie dokie. And then let's just see what else I've got here. So thought that butterfly looks good there. Now I did also dig out this bow. I mean, isn't that gorgeous? And I've also got this bit of sari silk, which I'm just debating whether we could have this somewhere. I mean, it is quite lovely, isn't it? So we're just kind of really mixing up those colours again, just like on the other side, doing that real sort of eclectic mix really. So but yeah, I'm loving how this looks, to be honest. It looks very pretty. Now I'm actually thinking, shall we clip this on with like a bulb pin, because then whoever buys the kit, they'll get a bow that they can use. And I have also got this one, so we could actually just have this one, you know, on here somewhere, maybe like there. So I'll just pop that there. Okay, and then this one here, just put on that side. Oops, that side. There we go. Looks very pretty, doesn't it? Now, where do we want to have this sari silk? I mean, I'm not necessarily saying that we need to have it anywhere, but to be honest, it does look pretty, and I just think, oh, more is more. And actually, again, these pouches are a brilliant way to just use up little odds and ends that are laying around, you know, because you really can pull in a whole host of different things. So, you know, it's quite fun to actually just be able to grab all sorts of different things in. And that's how you get those really unexpected looks, isn't it? You know, because you're not necessarily using the most obvious choices. You know, we're using all sorts of different bits and pieces. So, okay. Like that. And just a little bit here. Okay. Oh, that's looking very yummy, isn't it? Now I do want to have something in the center of here, so let me just see again in my little organizer on the desk, just see if I've got anything that would, you know, go in there perfectly. I've got quite a lot of buttons in here. How about that? Oh, it's a bit dull on that side and a bit silver on the other side. Let's try that one. Nope, definitely not that one. Oh, I've got a blue one here. This might be a winning one. Oh, I don't know. It looks a bit modern, doesn't it? Oh, I quite like it just on that though. That is quite pretty. Or we could just have it down there. I think on that bit of lace. I love the colour of these buttons. They're so pretty, aren't they? Had those for a really long time, kind of hoarding them, to be honest. But yeah, need to stop hoarding and start using. So oops, just getting the glue off there that's come out. So like that. What was the other thing that I was just looking for? Oh, something in that flower, wasn't I? Honestly, forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. Oh, but the good news is I have just found a bulb pin. Yep. Oh, it's got a little tag on it. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Yep. Right. Yep. Still looking for a center for the flower. Come on. Let's try this. It's a different colour. I don't know, to be honest. I think maybe the more pearly one, but maybe we should have that like that. It's quite pretty, isn't it? I really must start using my buttons more. And I know I've talked about this loads of times, but I'm such a sucker for buying buttons. You know, I buy them and then I just don't use them. I don't know what that's about. Again, I struggle to use them, to be honest. I think because generally I'm probably more drawn to bling. So the buttons sometimes don't seem blingy enough. You know, which is crazy. And then it begs the question, well, why am I buying them? You know, if I think that, why do I bother buying them at all? But I just can't help myself. Oh, don't go, Bo. It's okay. It's only having a rummage through my little drawers. Nothing's going to drop on you, I promise. The desk's all clear still at the moment. Again, let me just quickly say, I am filming this ahead. So just because the desk is clear at the moment after my X-Piles, this could be like 6 months after filming it that it actually goes up. So it may well be that my desk is completely chaotic again by now. Who knows? you know, but at this point, we're quite close to the time when I've just done my X-Piles. So it's still very clear and feels absolutely awesome. You know, really nice to have such a clear desk. But yeah, let's not kid ourselves. It may well be pretty messy by now. Right, just get that bulb pin and yeah. Let's just now put this down here. Oops, sorry, I've got the hot glue thread stuck on me. Right, let's put that there. And I'm just going to see if I can have that button on there as well. Oh, that's not great. It would have been better. I wonder if it will fit over there. Oh, no, it doesn't. Well, I'm going to take that little tag off. Let's put the button on here. And let's just have the bow. Do we want the bow on this side or this side? Oh, we'll have it up here. So, you know, it's just a little sort of extra then on the pouch. And obviously when the kit is then put together, it's just already got a little dangly extra piece there in the, you know, the form of the bow. So it's cute, isn't it? And, you know, ties in perfectly anyway. So just going to quickly ink this up a bit more because it feels a little bit bright. There we go. So one pouch done completely, which, yep, loving how that looks. So you've got pocket there, and yeah, two pockets, sorry, two pockets. So yeah, that's the first pouch. Right, let's put that to one side. Let's do the next one. So the next one we've got is this one. So again, it's that same English Country Garden papers. So very pretty. Just going to, yeah, ink it up a little bit more. Right, now, don't know what to use on here yet. So let's just have a look and see what bits and pieces we've got again. And that's quite nice on there. That's quite nice on that side too, if I'm truthful. Let's just check. Okay. I mean, these types of pouches, they're great for things like Happy Mail, you know, or obviously kits and things like that. So yeah, you can use them in different ways. Obviously I'm doing them to, you know, to use with kits, but definitely they'd be lovely with Happy Mail and things like that as well. So lots of different ways that you can use things like this. Just going to see if I've got extra pieces here. I've got this from my Avery papers. I wonder. I'm going to tear that down because it's quite small anyway, but well, that's quite nice on there actually, isn't it? So again, just building up and using stuff that's just laying around and scattered about on the desk, I think. So yeah, should we put that one down? Just wondering. Oh no, it has to go that side because obviously it's straight along the edge. Oops. Oh, I've got some doily there. That was just in my organizer. Actually, I'm just going to ink this up before I put that down. Yeah, I mean, because before coming on, all I did was grab a random bunch of stuff, you know, that I thought potentially I could use, you know, and obviously the pouches. I didn't kind of waste time, you know, looking to see, oh, have I got colours that match or anything like that. I'm just, yeah, mixing and matching and hoping that we're going to get some sort of really pretty looks. You know, I think sometimes can end up spending ages trying to match things up perfectly, and then actually they don't look any better than if you'd have just grabbed in some random things. So I didn't want to, you know, waste like loads of time doing that really. So I've just grabbed in random stuff. Now I have got some fabric here, which, I mean, not necessarily saying that this goes, but does it go this side is the question. That's quite pretty down there. Now I've also got this bit of baker's twine. Not baker's twine. What do you call this? What do you call this? My mind's gone completely blank. Hessian. It's Hessian or burlap. But it's in this gorgeous colour. So I'm sure that I received this via Happy Mail, which is so lovely, isn't it? Yeah, really do like that. So I'm thinking, again, let's do some layering. Again, just pulling in, you know, scraps and pieces that are laying about. So maybe something like that on there. Okay. Yep. Right. Let's hope that I can glue this down and it will in turn glue those pieces down. So I just pop that down like that. Okay. Like that. Okie dokie. Just see. I mean, again, I'm just pulling in things that are laying around, you know. I'm not necessarily saying that these are the right things. I'm just pulling in stuff, you know, whilst I'm sat here, if you see what I mean. So now this, I don't know whether this will tear or not. So, oh, it is tearing. Pretty handy. So yeah, I'm going to have that down the edge because that looks quite nice, doesn't it? The only thing is, it's a shame because it's covering up those lilac flowers. Well, it can't be helped, to be honest, but it does look pretty. Or I could have it over. I quite like it on the edge. So yeah, let's have that running down that edge. So just ruffling this fabric up like we do the sari silk. So like that. Again, this has got a sort of burlappy type texture, but it's much more closely woven than, you know, normal burlap, if you see what I mean. I mean, burlap by nature is very thready, isn't it? You can see that's falling apart. This is much closer woven, so it's not falling apart the same as, you know, traditional kind of burlap would. Now let's just see. Got another one of those flowers. I mean, that's not bad on there, is it? I've also got some blue lace, and I've got some, I would say ivory. It's not really ivory. I don't know what colour I would describe this as, to be honest, but yeah, not really ivory. Bit more, I don't know what colour, maybe oatmeal, maybe? I don't know what colour I would describe this as, but yeah, not really ivory. But that's kind of quite nice, to be honest. Maybe something like that. So just going to put this down here. Okie dokie. Like that. Okay, let's check what other flowers I've got in here. I've got some paper ones, which the paper ones are always quite pretty to use. I wonder if I could layer those up like that. That's quite pretty, isn't it? Got another one of those. Oh, that's a bit big for there. Hang on 2 seconds while I just rummage through my little, oops. But this is grey, which obviously there's not really any grey on this pouch, but I wondered whether it might look okay. Not brilliant, to be honest. I'll just have a quick look again. Sorry that I'm constantly leaning across the desk, obviously, but my organiser is sort of to the side of me, so I'm having to lean across to actually kind of rummage around in it. Let's just check that. I mean, we could have that, but there's not very much of the purple poking out behind there. Actually, that is quite nice, to be honest. Now, would we want that there or there? Or there? Or there? Or there? There? Or maybe up there. That's really pretty. Now, I'm just wondering if I could have a bigger one. And then we've got more of the purple showing. So, yeah. Do that. Okay. Like that. Just go round here like that. And just, oops, put this down. Okay, just have a look. Whoops. I mean, they're so fun, aren't they? I just love making these types of things because you can be so eclectic and, you know, just put together things in such a different way. I don't feel like you have to be so, you know, matchy-matchy. They can be really quite, you know, a mixture of things. And they almost look better, actually. The more mix of, you know, different stuff that you get, the more, you know, lovely that they look, I feel. Could even have a little bow on there. I don't know whether that's quite the right colour, if I'm honest, but let's just see what else I've got here. And I have got a very dark one, but that's going to be much too bright, I think. I mean, weirdly, I don't actually mind it. In some ways, it almost is the, you know, the lift that it needs to kind of like bring in some lovely, you know, mix of colour. I wonder if we have like a butterfly or something, you know, bringing that colour more in. Let me just see what buttons I've got again. I'm determined to use some buttons here, can you tell? Yeah, determined. Now, do I have any buttons in that sort of colour? And that would be just way too handy, wouldn't it? I've got that one. What do we think to sort of something like that? Not sure. And just ink up this bow. Oh, sorry if you can hear bow. My bow, not that bow. Yeah, my bow. She's just whinging, letting us know she's down there. Not whinging, groaning really. Doing her little groan that she likes to do, you know. Oh, I'm still here. You're still disturbing my sleep. Honestly, it does make me laugh. All she does is sleep. You know, you would have thought she was having the hardest life ever with her, you know, her groaning, but yep, in reality, all she's done is sleep. Right, what about that? And then got a flower. This is a kind of lilac-y colour. I could have something like that there. Or up there, that's quite pretty. Okay. Right, overkill here using the hot glue for this, but it's just so it goes on nice and quickly. I don't have to keep pressing it down. Okay, that looks nice. I do really like this here because when I take it off, it's, you know, it looks too plain, doesn't it? So yeah, goes to show that sometimes, you know, the things that you first of all reject and think, oh no, end up being the things that you like the best. You know, you never can quite tell, can you, what's going to be the best thing. I do like this flower up here, so yeah, going to have that there. Just need to be careful because this is, yeah, needing a bit more glue to stick it down there. Okay, I wonder if that button could go in the centre of there. Oh, that's quite pretty, isn't it? Okay, and then what about these? I love to use something a little bit blingy. So yeah, we haven't got any bling on here, so I think this looks, you know, it just brings a little bit of bling onto there, I think. Or that side. Or up here. No. Right, going to have it down there, so yeah. Okay. Like that. Okay, whoops. Hadn't glued that one down, so I hadn't realised that. Just pop that one down. There we go. I can't help but think a butterfly or a bow would look really good up here. So let me just see. I've got this colour. Oh, actually, at first I thought, oh no, but actually that is lovely because it's bringing this colour in. Now, do we like it up here or do we like it down here? I think up here, actually. I do like things when they're bunched together. I think it always works really well when things are sort of bunched together like that. So yeah, there we go. Oh, that's very pretty, isn't it? Okay, right, let's do the other side. Oops, forgot that we'd made a little bit of a start there. So yeah, let's just quickly rough around these edges. Okay. Yeah, these are great fun to do, to be honest. Really great fun. And like I say, just, you know, so great when you can use a lot of bits and pieces that, you know, you have laying around from other stuff. Then, you know, that's when you get sometimes the things that you like the best, you know, because they're not sort of too planned. They're quite eclectic in the way that they've come together. I'll just try this on there, you know, like we did on the other side. So maybe like that. And then now I've got this, obviously, again, like we did on the other side. I don't know. Or I've got some sorry silk. I mean, that's probably not the right colour, if I'm truthful, but oh, I don't know. Let's put this down. Or we could have that actually up there. Maybe we could even have that like that. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, I do really like that. And I have got this colour lace, which I'm just thinking maybe this could poke out under here. Like that. Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought to do that, but I love how that looks. So let's pop that down. Like that. So again, this from the vintage desk, and this purple in the background, this is from my vintage headers, vintage documents. Sorry, not the headers. I think it's the vintage documents, but not the documents collection. So yeah. Now this one, I'm going to just put some glue here, which will hopefully then, you know, glue the lace down as well. So like that. Okay. Now, just wondering whether we could have now a bit of that there, or or maybe that even down that side. That's quite nice, isn't it? And then maybe we could tie it in. I mean, strangely, this one looks like it would go, it's brown, but it almost is pulling in that colour from those. I've got this frame. Oh, what a shame that I didn't spot that sooner, because we could have had that underneath that piece there. I mean, it's a bit weird on top of it because it's obviously covering up half of it, but yeah, it's a bit strange, isn't it? Well, let's put this down and then we'll decide. Oops, might just need another glue stick. Hold on 2 moments. Oops. I'm actually getting really warm now. I've got my onesie on over my clothes, but not on my top half. It's only on my bottom half because I'd already got a little bit too warm, so I've taken it off on the top. So yeah, but now I'm filming, you know, I'm getting quite warm generally anyway. So I needn't even have it on at all. It's just I had been doing some digis on my laptop, and obviously, yeah, that doesn't make you hot at all. I mean, not saying filming really does, but you know, you've got more movement going on, and obviously you're chatting, and sort of, I find that gets me a little bit warmer. So yeah, I'm now feeling a little bit too hot. Right, like that, and just bring that one in again. No, it's not the right colour, is it? Now, do we want to have this somewhere? What about that? Like that. I feel like we need something over there really, but I'm not sure what. Let me just have another look in my little pot to see if they've got anything else. I've got some of this pom-pom trim. I know there's not really any pink anywhere, but again, you know, I'm just sort of being eclectic, using things that are just in this little tray beside me in my organiser. Oh, that's quite nice, that little bow. Well, that is quite nice. Let's just see if I've got any labels or anything like that that would go here. Maybe that one. No, I think this one with the contrast looks a bit better. It's kind of showing up a bit more. Could even double layer it like that. Got a big ticket. It's quite nice. Wonder if we could have that coming out there. Let's just see about this. I don't want it in a line too much, so I feel like it's at risk of being in a line. Oh, maybe across there. Okay. It is going to be a bit lumpy because obviously I'd roughed the edges of this piece, so you know, got to bear that in mind. But yeah, something like that. Okay, let's just ink this up. This one. No, that's definitely in a line, so definitely not like that. No, oh gosh. Oh, I'm struggling with this one. Yeah, struggling to get it to come together quite right. But right, let's put this one down here. I'm just going to, yeah, I layer it up, I think, with this one. Like that. Okay, and then maybe have a little gem in the middle of there. Like that. I love the gems and things in the middle of the butterflies. They look gorgeous, don't they? You know, or you can put flowers in the middle and things. That looks lovely too. So yeah, loads of pretty things that you can put in the centres of butterflies, I must say. Now, do we want to have a flower on there? Oh, we've got some blingy trim. Could have a bit of that down there. Just maybe across there. No, I feel like this one's going in lots of lines. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I feel like I've got a lot of lines going across here, which is just making it a little bit strange to the eye. Just wonder if we could have that there. No, that feels like more lines, but diagonal lines this time. So, oh my goodness, I've somehow messed this up. It's just, yeah, just going in lines for some reason, which that's just odd. If I have this or something on here. Just sync this up. This is just from the umbrellas, the bright umbrellas. I mean, by rights, it doesn't really go colour-wise, but it does pick up lots of this bluey greeny colour. So, although it has got obviously yellowy undertones now, especially since being inked up, it kind of does pick it up a bit. No, not there. And if I put it up there, I should have put it down first because it's going to be hard to glue down now. Oh my goodness, this is really annoying. I'm so sorry. This is now dragging on. It must be very boring to watch, so I do apologise. Just sometimes you get these pieces that they will not come together. And yeah, isn't that really infuriating? Really annoying when you get those pieces. What if we have some of this purple on here? I mean, I know it's a bit, you know, a bit different, but I don't think that really matters, to be honest. It's okay to have a little different stuff going on, isn't it? Yeah, what about like that? Okay, put that down. Honestly, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, this just, I really struggled to get this to come together. Okay, that looks quite pretty. I would quite like to have a bow on there, so I just wonder whether I've got any bows that would go okay colour-wise. I mean, I did have that little one, didn't I? But I feel like that one wasn't really showing up. Although it was going really well colour-wise, it was almost going too well and wasn't, you know, wasn't going to show up too much. So as I have it there, could have it there, I suppose. Or perhaps I'll have it there like that. That looks quite cute, doesn't it? Okay. Yeah, that looks quite pretty, doesn't it now? So yeah, it took a while to get that one to come together for some reason, but hopefully we got there in the end. Do we want anything else? Just checking that we don't want to have anything else hanging off here. I've got this lace again, so let's just check. I'm going to cut it in half and do that sort of cut tear thing, you know, across the scissors, so it's a bit raggedy. Just check if we want that anywhere. What about like that? Or yeah, quite like that, I think. So okay, coming out underneath that bluey green, so just going to glue it down here. Okay, like that. Okay, there we go. Yay, right, got there eventually. Wow, that took a long time, didn't it? Right, last one. Let's hope that I can manage to do this one a bit quicker, because my goodness, that was boring doing that one. Right, not for me, but probably boring for you, is what I'm saying. So, right, this one. Again, I've got more things from my vintage desk, so now I'm thinking, well, I'm not sure that they're going to be quite right. Oh, that's quite nice there. I'm going to obviously cover that lady up. So this is my Pink Ladies papers, and on this side as well. But going to cover that lady up because obviously she's a bit low down on there now. So maybe like that. That's quite pretty. And just got some offcuts from there, so we could perhaps have that. Although, to be honest, that's going to, yeah, not really blend. You know, it's too much blending in, if you see what I mean. So yeah, I don't think that one's great actually. Let's just see if we want to have this. There's no point having it too blendy because then it doesn't really show up. So okay. Yeah, that's not too bad, is it? Let's just move this up a bit. Okay. Right. Again, just going to rough this one up. Oh, I'm feeling really thirsty. I should have got a cup of tea for doing this, but yeah, something like that. Now, I wonder if I could have this anywhere. I mean, it is blue-green, which, I mean, there is some green in here, but I'm not sure really whether that's the right thing to have on here. This one definitely no, which is a shame, isn't it? Let's try this. Again, just, you know, using the bits that I happen to bring along. So, you know, they might not be quite the right things, but I'm just trying to, you know, just utilise what I've bought along here. Right, I'm just going to try that. I know it's, again, blue-green. I mean, it's quite pretty because it does give a bit of a, ta-da, you know, like blingy sort of effect, doesn't it? Which is quite nice, to be honest. Let me see. I've got another one of those greeny butterflies. Oops. Just dropped one on the floor. That's quite pretty, isn't it? I don't know. That's a bit too yellow, which, yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Just seeing whether I can like layer anything up, you know, to disguise that a bit. So let's just see. Oh, hold on. What's this? Could just have it like that. So I've just got a little bit, because otherwise that's quite blendy on that background. So yeah, I think maybe works like that, doesn't it? So let's just grab some lace. Right, let's glue this one down. Oops. Okay. Honestly, I mean, I feel like I've used loads of bits while we've been doing these, but strangely, you know, looks no different on my little container. I've just got just as many bits and pieces in there as I had when we started. So although I feel like I've used loads of bits, no, I really haven't made a dent in my bits and bobs. Right, that's just going to take this down on this edge. I just would prefer that messy edge rather than the neat curly edge. Okay, like that. So I'm going to glue that one down. Like that. Okay, yeah, like that. And then we're going to put this one down, oops, just sitting behind the shoe. Okay, like that. Right, we'll just ink the shoe up a bit. Time to get a new wipe. I think that one's just totally squished down. Right, yeah, I like that. And let's just again take a bit of lace there. Just pop that bit coming out underneath the shoe. Yeah. Okay. Like that. Okay. Right, so that's quite pretty, isn't it? Now, do we like this? I do like it down the side. Every time I've liked it down the side for some reason. It just seems to look really, really nice down the side, doesn't it? And again, you know, weird because not necessarily the lace I would have thought would go, you know, that would go, but it does seem to go, doesn't it? Unexpectedly. Goes unexpectedly. Unexpectedly well. Right. Now. Not sure now whether I want that butterfly, strangely enough. You know, I was loving it, and now I'm thinking, oh, maybe not. Right. Got just this little bit here laying around. This was just that offcut from the bits we used just now, so I'm thinking maybe have that sort of going across there. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. And then, oh, might just take a little bit of this. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look gorgeous up there? Absolutely love, love, love how that looks. Yeah, really scrumptious. Just sort of, I haven't ruffled it, but I haven't put it quite flat, if you see what I mean. It's got like a little bit of a ruffle. I wonder whether we could have some more of that down here, because my goodness, doesn't that look gorgeous on here? Yeah, love that. Right, just pop a little bit down there. Okay. Again, I've just ruffled it slightly. There. Okay. Just see if we want to have a butterfly or anything on here. Or maybe there. Or up there. I'm going to have it there because it's just going to cover up where there's another butterfly, but you can only see part of it, so it just sort of lends itself to going there, I think, quite nicely. Now, oh, just wonder whether we want any of those purple flowers, because they did look very pretty, and we have got the purple on the shoe. Oops. I do sell the flower trims in my shop on my website, by the way. I don't know definitely whether there's any in there at the moment, and you know, can't guarantee that you'll get the purple because they're mixed packs, but yeah, hopefully there are some on there at the moment. I love using the little flowers. They're really cute, aren't they? Very sweet little things. Could have like a little bit of pearly trim, or maybe there. Right, let's cut that in like that. Yeah, the trim packs, they contain some flowers and other trims. Now, it all depends really what I can get hold of at the time. You know, I can't always get the same trims. So sometimes they may have, you know, a couple of bits of pearly trim. They will always, touch wood, have the black trim because I know that lots of you like to buy that. So yeah, they will contain flowers and black trim for sure. And then they will definitely have some sort of pearly trim, but I'm not sure whether it would be this or maybe like that daisy trim, you know, it will vary. Right, okay, so onto the other side. That's quite nice on there, isn't it? And we could layer that up with the rose. Oh, I'm going to have a look at that because it's going to keep pinging. So hold on 2 minutes. Right, lucky I checked because she was wanting to come at 2:30 and yeah, I might not have spotted it in time. So yeah, I have messaged her, so it might ping again in a minute if she's, you know, coming back saying whether or not she, you know, she still wants to come. Right, okay, so yeah, we could have that like that. And I mean, we did love this very much over the other side, didn't we? Oh, that is pretty up there. It's so weird, isn't it? This one's just flowing and coming together perfectly. You know, it's strange how that other one, I just couldn't get it to come together. Played around for ages and ages, didn't we? Or didn't I? You know. Very annoying. Right, okay. Right, pop that on there. Okay, and this here, again, just going to put a little bit of lace coming out underneath there. Okie dokie. Oops, just take this here. Okay. Right, going to have that up there. Like that. Okay, might have this little butterfly here. That's very pretty. Wonder if we could have some of this here as well, because we do really like this, don't we? I mean, again, just look how that looks down that side. I mean, that's so weird, isn't it? We've had it down that side on every time we've used it, but it just looks gorgeous just going down the side like that. Yeah, I'm really hungry as well today. I had my smoothie for breakfast, you know, as I normally do, but and I don't normally have my lunch until at least 2 o'clock, and it's just kind of coming up to 2 really. And yeah, I'm really hungry. I have to say it was quite a thin smoothie. I normally have them really thick, and today's was quite thin, so obviously it wasn't so filling. But yeah, I'm really hungry today. Hungry and thirsty, so yeah. There we go. Hungry and thirsty, and now panicking slightly about my daughter's fingers. Thinking, oh gosh, I don't know now what I'm going to do about those. So yeah, like I say, I mean, by the time this video goes up, honestly, her fingers will be fine. So, you know, please don't be worrying about her, you know, because it could be ages after I've filmed that this video goes up. So yeah, please don't be, you know, wondering and worrying. I'm sure she will be fine. But yeah, I'm not sure now. Don't really want to go and sit in A&E, just have her fingers, like, you know, taped up or whatever they're going to do. Or more the point is, like I say, they're going to say, no, you know, there's nothing we can do. You can buy, you know, the bandage thing or whatever it is that you could use, you know, and do it yourself kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to ask her when she comes in what she would like to do. She won't want to go and sit at A&E either, to be honest. So yeah, but I'll give her the choice, and if not, then yeah, I'll have to look and see what types of bandage type things you can buy. You know, whether they do them for fingers, and then if they do they do them for, you know, younger, smaller fingers? I don't know. But yeah, that's probably our best bet. Okay. Maybe something like that, I think, for this one. Looks quite pretty. Oh gosh, so sorry. Hold on 2 seconds. Right, okay, sorry. That was my mum and dad. So yeah, let's just pop this on here. It's just kind of tying it into the other side, really, where we had a couple of the purple flowers. Just popped these down here. So yeah, little paper flower there, and then just top it off with a little fabric center. Oops, like that. Like that. Okay. Oops. Yeah, like that, I think. So maybe up there. And I think I'm going to put that flower, oops, in the center of that. Okay. Right, okay, so I'm going to call that done, to be honest. I mean, I quite like how that turned out. It's looking quite pretty. Oops. And I will do the other three, obviously, you know, off camera, just in slow time. I do apologise again for how long it took to do that first one. Oh my gosh, what a nightmare. Let's just pull them in and show you the finished pouches. So we've got this one, the one that was such a struggle. I do like how it turned out though. It's very pretty. So that one, we've got this one. Love that one. I probably will put things hanging from the others when I come to put the kits together to go in them. But yeah, I haven't done so far. Oh, that one. Oh, just thinking could perhaps do with a centre in the centre of that flower. So just get some trim. Oops, what have I done with my flower trim? There we go. Let's pop that in there, I think. Okay, like that. There we go. Okay, so I hope that you like them. I have to say this one is my favourite. I love it. It's really pretty. It's just my kind of colours. Yeah, hope that you like all of them. Let me know which one is your favourite. I hope you feel inspired to maybe do some pouches yourself for like as a happy mail, or you know, if you put kits together or anything like that, you know, or little presents for people. So yeah, I will put some kits together and they will obviously be listed in my shop, but I hope you like them. So thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks then. Bye.